Hello guys, let us learn today about electricity and circuit. This is the 12th chapter from class 6th physics. So in this we'll learn what is electricity and what is meant by a circuit. So first of all, we know that electricity is very essential for us in everyday life. We use electricity for lighting a bulb in our home. We use electricity in summer for ACs, and we use electricity in winters for room heaters, etc. We run fans with the help of electricity. Almost all the electrical appliances which we use in our home runs with the help of electricity. But what if the place where there is no electricity? So what can we do? How do we bulb a light in such places or in such situations? So in that case, we use a cell which produces electricity with the help of chemical reactions taking place inside it. So let us see what is a cell. So this is a cell. This is a 1.5 volts cell. So you can see this has a flat surface at one end and a small metal cap at the top. So you can see these both are made of metals. This is a flat metal plate and this is a metal cap. So this metal cap is the positive terminal of the battery or of the cell, and this flat plate is the negative terminal of the cell. So this inside this cell there are chemicals which are used to produce electricity with the help of chemicals which are stored inside this cell. By continuous usage of the cell, the chemicals inside the cell end up or they gets completely utilized, and hence the cell stops working, and in this case we need to replace the cell again to power any electrical devices. Now let us connect the cell to a bulb and check how does it work. This is the diagram which indicates that this is a bulb and this is the battery. A bulb has a thin wire which is called as filament. As you can see, this wounded or rounded wire which is called as filament, and this bulb has a positive terminal and a negative terminal, and similarly the battery has a positive terminal and a negative terminal which we have just seen. And now what we have doing is we have connected the negative part of the bulb to the negative end of the battery and the positive part of the bulb to the positive end of the battery. So in this way the bulb gets glown. What happens is the electrons or the current starts to flow from the positive end, goes in this way, flows through the bulb, goes inside this, come here, flows through this filament, and then comes back and goes out from the negative end and travel back to the cell. So this forms a complete circuit of a bulb connected to a battery. So in this way the bulb gets glowed. So hence, as this thin wire which is called as the filament, it is made up of a special material which conducts electricity. As this filament is very thin, so because of this, when current flows into this filament, a lot of resistance is produced in this filament, and due to that a large amount of heat is produced, and along with that light is also produced. So in this way a light bulb gets glowed. Now let us demonstrate the glowing of light bulb with the help of cell. So I have taken a cell, I have taken two cells and connected them in this way. This is the positive terminal which has the metal cap, and this is the negative terminal which has the flat plate. So now this red wire is the positive terminal of this light. So this is a small bulb. Let us connect it. So connect it to the positive terminal, one wire, and the second wire to the negative terminal. So now you can see the light has been blown. So this is how the light is glowing because of the cells. The cells inside contains chemicals which produces electricity, and this electricity is helpful in glowing the bulb or any electrical devices, TV remote or anything which uses electricity. Now if the current which is flowing into this bulb increases, or if you have supplied large amount of current to the bulb, then because of this a large amount of heat will be produced in the filament, and a large amount of resistance will be opposing this current, and due to this what happens is this filament gets break and the light gets off. Hence this is called as fusing of bulb. And after this, even if we connect it to the cell, it will not glow because here the circuit gets break in the filament. To on the bulb, a compulsory closed circuit is required. If I cut the wire pieces in middle into two parts, then the circuit is not completed and hence the light will not glow. You can see now that the bulb is glowing because it is a complete circuit. Now I cut the wire in middle and let's see. So you can see when I cut the wire in middle, the bulb stops glowing, and when I again connect it back, then the bulb gets glowed. And if I connect the two wires of the bulb to the same terminal, even then the bulb will not glow because it does not form a complete circuit. Hence, for the bulb to glow, a complete circuit is compulsory. Let us see how actually a switch works. The switch works in this way that these two are broken, which means the circuit is incomplete. So when we on the switch, then these two gets joined and the bulb gets glown. And when you off the switch, this gets separated and the bulb gets closed or off. So this is how a switch works. So a switch helps in completing a circuit or breaking a circuit. With the help of this same circuit design, we can also check that whether the materials which we have are conductors or insulators. Conductors are the materials which allow the current to pass through them, and insulators are the material which will not allow the current to pass through them. So let us check few of the materials and find out which one is conductors and which are insulators. So first I have an eraser with me. Let us find out whether the eraser is a conducting material or insulator. So you can say that the light has not been glown. So which means this eraser is a insulator and it is not a conductor. So let us check other materials like scissor. So let us check the scissor. So let me connect one end of the wire to the scissor and the other end. So you can see that the scissor is conducting. So hence a scissor is a conductor. So let us check other things, like I have pencil here. So I can say that pencil is actually made up of wood and inside that is graphite. So first thing, you can say that when I connect it to the wood, then the bulb doesn't glow. So wood is a insulator, but when I connect it to the graphite, you can see it is a conductor. Graphite is a very good conductor of electricity and also heat. Let us check the scale. So scale is a plastic material, so it is not conducting. So scale is insulator. So we saw that the scissors are conductors, the eraser is insulator, the scale is insulator, the wood on the pencil is insulator, and the graphite which is used as the inside the pencil is a conductor. Hence, in this way we can check which material is a conductor and which material is an insulator. Before ending the video, let us do a small experiment to show how a filament works. You can see this is a small part of the filament, and these are positive and negative terminals which are coming from a battery. And now when I attach these to the two ends of the filament, you can see what happens. So now you can see that the light gets on when I connect the two terminals of the battery to the filament material. So this is how light is produced in a bulb. So don't try this experiment at your home, it can be harmful. I hope you have learned a lot about electricity and circuit. Thank you for listening. If you like the video, like, share and subscribe to GAN Galaxies for more videos. Thank you.